We unpack. We unpack. We unpack. Coming to you live, Boxing Ego Unpack. Yeah. We unpack. We unpack. We unpack. Coming to you live. Bad news. Gervonta Davis versus Ryan Garcia. There's a lot of questions about if the fight will happen after this shocking revelation from Ryan Garcia's promoter, Goldenboy. That's what I'm gonna talk about in this video, so you gotta stay tuned to the end. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. The best in the business returns. SLC. Subscribe, like, and comment. You love boxing? Then I'm your guy. Now, I seen something, and I had to make a video about it because Ryan Garcia defeated Javier Fortuna. To me, the fight, it really didn't look like Javier Fortuna showed up to absolutely try to dominate and win. It looked like as if Ryan Garcia, came out slower. He's working with things with Joe Goosen. They're trying to change his temperament, it looks like, as a fighter. And Javier Fortuna wasn't presenting really any problems. So it's not that, in my opinion, Ryan Garcia looked so sharp or whatever because he wasn't fighting as aggressive as he normally fights, and Javier Fortuna still wasn't doing anything in any of the rounds. So it wasn't a good showing from Fortuna. It didn't look like he was, I don't know if he was trained. And I literally predicted this, which I don't want to go off on a tangent because I know you guys clicked on the video to hear the other part, but Javier Fortuna, you didn't really see him for the buildup of the fight, and these are the things that worried me. I think they did a media day the week of the fight or something, and you finally seen him, but who knows what he was up to. It just wasn't a good showing. And when I look at boxing and assess someone's performance, I look at all things considered. And some people, they'll get mad at what I'm saying and say, oh Ego, you're hating on Ryan Garcia. But I ask you the simple question. I want to follow up with the simple question. When you've seen Javier Fortuna and the effort that he put forth and what situational things he put Ryan Garcia in, or lack thereof, and then you look at an undisputed fight with Jermall Charlo and Brian Castano, even in defeat, you have to admit that Brian Castano looked extremely sharp, extremely dangerous, and was putting forth an amazing and great game plan. The reason why he lost the fight is because he was in there with the better man that had power, that had strategy, that had Derrick James, that had the mindset that he was not going to lose. He wanted to rid and shut up all the doubters from the previous fight and really expose to the people that he was the true winner. So that's what caused the separation for Jermall Charlo. That was a high stakes fight. There was so much pressure, and Jermall Charlo was able to curb his enthusiasm like Larry David and stay poised and calm, stick to the game plan, and get the dub, period. But credit to Castano, because Castano looked extremely dangerous in the first 4 rounds, and it was a competitive fight. Now, flip-flopping, looking at Ryan Garcia versus Javier Fortuna, can we really suggest, just as a reasonable, rational boxing fan, can we really honestly suggest that Javier Fortuna put up a similar, even it's okay to lose, but can we say that he put up a similar effort in trying to defeat Ryan Garcia? Is that what you've seen? And that's just one random example, but there's fights that were non-title fights, title fights. It's the same. We know when a guy looks like he's trying and he's willing to do anything and walk through anything to try to get the victory, win, lose, or draw. And those are the guys that usually get respect. Guys like Sean Porter, he's always put guys in tough fights, so therefore we respect it. Javier Fortuna, his performance, it just looked like he just showed up, But back to Gervonta Davis, I told you guys to stay tuned to the end of this video. Before I get to that news, let me say this. In the last 30 days, I looked at my YouTube data and the YouTube analytics, and it said 50% of the people last month watched my content for free on YouTube and subscribe. Thank you. The other 50%, maybe you forgot. There are some people that think they are subscribed to my channel right now. You must look. And if it says subscribed with the ED at the end, then that means you're subscribed. But if there's no D at the end, then that means you've been unsubscribed by YouTube. And that has happened to a lot of people. So for the latest and greatest in boxing, all things boxing, and in the fight game, I do it all. So make sure you guys subscribe. Bad news. Goldenboy Chief Operating Officer Robert Gaspari, he has been quoted, and this is what he said. Ryan versus Gervonta. That's the fight that everybody wants. We will have to come together as promoters and do what's right for the fans. You can't have one network say, no, we have to be exclusive. We're with DAZN, and DAZN has been great to Goldenboy, so DAZN has to be involved in that fight. They have done it already with other promoters and networks. Why not share it? That's going to be a big fight. We're going to have to find a big enough location. I wouldn't mind it at Cryptocurrency Arena, formerly known as the Staples Center in LA. It is a very realistic fight to be made. I like Steven Espinosa. He used to work with Goldenboy. You know, anything can happen. I hope everyone writes about the fight, but there's no way that we are going to do the fight without DAZN. DAZN has been with us building Garcia. How would it be just to take him away and do it exclusively through Showtime? Showtime has done split broadcasts, so there is no reason they shouldn't do it this time. It doesn't make sense. It's not going to happen. It's going to happen with DAZN. I got many thoughts about this. For one, Eddie Hearn in his big mouth came to America, said he was going to do an American takeover. No, this was around 2017, 2018. Said DAZN, we the new kids on the block. All the American broadcasters, they're going to panic. We are going to put Showtime boxing out of business within a year. Eddie Hearn, and I'm not saying it exactly verbatim, but this is pretty dang close. Eddie Hearn says, we're going to put him out of business in 1 year, which never happened. We're going to rid the game of pay-per-view, which never happened. And now Canelo Triple G and Canelo Bivol are on pay-per-view. So they lied to you, right? And DAZN threatened the existence of Showtime and said, we're going to put him out of business within a year. And Eddie Hearn, there's interviews you can find right now on YouTube if you're so inclined. And Eddie Hearn, who represents DAZN and has equity, DAZN has equity in his company, Rematch Room, right? Eddie Hearn says there are going to be people above Steven Espinosa that want to pull the plug, and it's going to be, you know, bigger than him. And basically he's getting fired and Showtime will be out of business. Now you got Goldenboy saying that DAZN must be included. Oh, how the mighty have fallen. The cup runneth over. You want to work with the same people that your big mouth promoters said they were going to put out of business. Furthermore, you got Oscar De La Hoya. His eyes look like they're bugging out of his head. And he's talking about there's ultimatums and here's how it's going to happen. Ryan Garcia is claiming that the fight needs to happen at 140. I mean, who are these people? Like, who are these people that are saying that? We know Tank's the A side. Why would Tank ever like succumb to the demands of Goldenboy or Ryan Garcia when Showtime has the bigger person, the A side? It's not how it works. People keep using this narrative about there's been joint pay-per-views before, but how many have there really been? Mike Tyson, Lennox Lewis, okay, HBO and Showtime. Wilder versus Fury, okay, it was Fox and, you know, ESPN. Mayweather, Pacquiao, Mayweather, McGregor. How many fights? There's been a few, and these have been like astronomical fights, and majority of them were like so big that it would like definitely do over 1 million buys, you know, like Mike Tyson and Lennox Lewis, Floyd, Conor, Floyd and Pacquiao. It's easy to see that those fights were going to generate crazy numbers. And then that's why some of those fights happened. I don't really even include Wilder Fury because Wilder Fury was established on Showtime before the involvement of ESPN. So they had history of a fight trilogy that needed to happen before ESPN was even in the fold. That's not the case with Ryan Garcia. Steven Espinosa says he believes Ryan's a free agent in terms of he's not exclusive to DAZN. So it's just funny how you have people in suits who are suggesting that Showtime was going to go out of business. Now they're begging to be cut in. And the reality is Gervonta has way more options than Ryan Garcia, right? Gervonta could fight Isak Pitbull Cruz in a rematch. Rolly's saying he wants a rematch. You have Michelle Rivera, who works with PBC, So he has a lot of different options. Plus he's an A-side. No matter who you're putting in, you're still getting stars like Madonna, LeBron James, and others in the crowd. So Goldenboy, they think they have the golden ticket, but Ryan Garcia is not producing the numbers that Gervonta Davis is producing. Point blank, period. To further illustrate how inept DAZN really is, their leadership is, they're saying, Goldenboy is saying, hey, why won't Showtime work with us? They don't have the right to just take him away. We've spent good money on him. So they spent good money on Devin Haney, a black fighter, and you let him get away to ESPN. So what's the difference? So why did DAZN have a black fighter that they gave millions of dollars to, which is Devin Haney, and then you had George Kambosos and Teofimo fight for the belts that they had on your network? You've been paying into the Devin Haney brand, but you were very quick to allow him to go to ESPN, and that's what he did, and he just became undisputed in doing that. But then when it comes to Ryan Garcia, you're saying, no, it has to be Showtime or nothing. Why was that not the case with the black American fighter, Devin Haney? Why didn't DAZN pony up and put the money and say, hey, we spent good money on that kid, Devin Haney. He's skillful. Because many people believe that Devin Haney is more skillful and is harder to beat than Ryan Garcia. And you were giving him millions of dollars and you let him get away. ESPN, they did the Devin Haney deal, right? And they did it exclusive. The Devin Haney Kambosos Jr., that didn't have nothing to do with DAZN. It wasn't a joint thing. So, you know, DAZN, it looks like a situation of desperation. I'll cover this more. Subscribe to the channel SLC. We working. Introducing Super Thanks. Right here on the official Boxing Ego YouTube. Super Thanks allows you, the viewers, to show a little bit of extra gratitude, which enables me as a full-time content creator to push out the content you need in the world of boxing. Underneath all the videos, you will see a heart with the $sign in it. You can enter any amount that you find suitable as a Super Thanks. A brand new interactive and colorful way to get your comments highlighted and noticed by not only myself, but other people on the YouTube platform. Super Thanks, a unique and cool way to show and applaud us full-time content creators. Hopefully you guys enjoy the content. Super Thanks. The future is now. The Hibernation 5s by Kenichi Bear. Hybrid gaming and lifestyle headphones. Out of the box, you can connect to any console or PC. Bluetooth ready with a low latency USB adapter, color RGB, and extreme bass mode. The Hibernation 5s adjust to you. Whether you need a gaming, travel, gym, or lifestyle headphones, the Hibernations got you covered. The new Hibernation 5s, link in the description. Customize the way you hear the world. Welcome to the nation. Are you tired of your YouTube videos not getting any views? Well, consider TubeBuddy. I've used TubeBuddy for years to scale up my YouTube channel. Now we're sitting over 200,000 subscribers. TubeBuddy is a browser extension that offers a ton of built-in productivity and time-saving services to take your channel to the next level. Use my link in the description to get started with TubeBuddy and level up your channel faster. We working.